Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
Yo, what's up? Welcome into the Joe Lockett Show. I know on a Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Goodness. Welcome to the Joe Lockett Show. I am your nephew on the ones and twos. He is I and I am him. And guess what, bro? We got a chill day today.
We
got a chill day today.
Man, I'm damn this. I gotta be a fuck.
Yeah, it's, that thing he's sturdy, ain't it?
That
thing he's sturdy, ain't it?
What the hell going on with this?
That sucker ain't bending.
Damn.
It don't feel like going nowhere,
Bruh. You better be a man to move this goddamn thing here, boy. It got to be.
I had to putting it on. It was
well,
yank it a little bit.
Well, let's not be turning shit tight like we did on the mother.
No. We ain't doing that. No. But yeah, you guys, welcome into the show on the JLS. We're finna have a pretty short day today. We got some we're finna get into the entertainment news because I'm gonna be honest, it's some unavoidable news that needs to be talked about. Definitely needs to be talked about.
Man, people need to know the only reason why we're here today is because of the news.
Yes, literally. We
We
talked about this morning. It was like, we gotta mention this.
Yeah, because it was like this is on this Wednesday we do Denise show, and y'all was gonna get a replay of the Denise show today. Tomorrow is Monique's show, but this here because when we get ready to do, we don't have time
at all.
No more.
At
So
all.
this is a special edition, nephew and Joe and Unc show today.
We had to make time.
We making the time today because Denise had some stuff to go do today. So today was not Tamise, we got the peach nectar, baby.
Oh.
Yes, Lord.
Oh,
Lord.
You talking about this right here?
Yes, Lord.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all gotta go buy this right here.
Yes, Lord.
Bruh.
This show is brought to you by Peach Nectar. Yes, Lord.
Only the peaches of the BS can be here.
Man.
This sucker here smell different.
Man.
Ooh, it's like I fell into a Starburst.
You can just open it, but that one there you can open up and it's make the house smell good. You ain't got to light it.
So just imagine when it's lighted.
Yeah, peach nectar. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Sucker come bench pressing.
Tamise never seems to stop amazing me with damn sense. And we got to get her on the show.
We do.
Whenever she's ready. Y'all go ahead and get the new fragrance called Peach Nectar, y'all. Peach Nectar. It came in today.
Brought to you by Tamise Creations.
Brought to you by the one and only Tamise Creations in the building. Go to her site here on TikTok, Amazon, Tamise Creations. Goddamn, Tamise Creations in the house. Love it. Peach Nectar.
You got a little tongue tie right there, didn't it?
I did down there towards the end because I was eating these trail mix.
Oh, okay. I had the peaches.
The peaches though. Oof. You know
peaches.
Something? I may have to start burning the new. I always burn the butt naked.
Might gotta burn that a little bit.
I may have to burn. I may gotta change up nephew for the summer.
Yeah. You might want. Yeah.
I may want to bring the peaches in the house, baby. Bring them peaches on in the house.
Some sweet vibes.
Yeah, bring the. Hey, but what I like about that because it can refer to the whole thing, dog. The peach and the nectar. Think about it. She got them yams that look like peach, and then she got that sweet nectar going on. Peach nectar.
Okay.
I know Tamise didn't even think about nothing like that.
No, she really didn't. Only you. Only you.
Hey, Sharp, what's going on, baby?
But I'll be honest. Like I said, you guys, we're gonna have a pretty quick show today.
Yeah.
Because I think we only got 3 topics. 2 for real. Maybe the third one because I know they'll probably tackle that tomorrow. But yeah, we only got 3 topics today. We got updates around the board. One with Miss Tiana. she finally spoke, and she spoke.
Okay.
Speaking, we got to talk about the Breakfast Club. We
That's the
have
reason
to
why
talk.
we're here today.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the main event right there.
If it wasn't for that one, we wouldn't be doing the show today.
At all. We wouldn't be here.
No.
We got to talk
y'all
about what's going on.
Y'all been seeing a rerun of the Denise women's only show.
Yeah.
Because Wednesdays, you know. Actually, y'all don't see me much on this show anymore. Y'all got to catch the morning show.
I mean, no, they see you.
They hear me sometimes.
You be behind the
I'm
couch.
way behind the scenes now.
No, you be behind the couch all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you be behind the couch all
the time. I noticed though. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all not in the studio right now, but I noticed there's bells and whistles when everybody's in the studio. When I come in, there's a bell.
Shut up. Stop.
No whistles.
Stop. I wish I would. No, not.
Hey, listen. There's like half lights.
Yeah.
Hold on. Y'all understand, y'all? When we got a fire studio, I'm not gonna lie, right?
Mm-hmm.
This shit is set up like, you know, we got like a multi-million-dollar studio set up in here for real. You know what I mean? But when everybody come in, they get the bells and whistles, all the lights is bright, TV screens everywhere, everything on, shit popping up everywhere. I come in, y'all.
You got TV right here.
Loud. It ain't nothing on that damn screen right now.
It's not. Wait.
Hey, y'all see a screen right there?
Is it on now? Hold on. Is it on now?
Yeah, it's on now.
Okay. Yeah, you got TV right there. You got TV right there.
Bruh, I walk in and I got one light,
mm-hmm.
one camera. The other TV out.
Mm-hmm.
One speaker on.
Look, it's just us.
Hey, what he said, we reserving energy. He said,
yeah, it's just us.
Saving money.
Yeah, we don't know all that.
He said we saving money.
It's gonna get broke down as soon as we get done with the news.
y'all laughing. I am so goddamn serious. Like tomorrow, Monique coming here, y'all. The bells, the whistles, the flowers. Man, listen. The only thing that he did, and I lit that before I laid down, I put on some of that pink nectar in here. I lit the pink nectar. That's why I can't pick it up and show y'all because it's burning right now. But yeah, other than that, y'all, this motherfucker, I don't know. I don't get no bells and whistles and the shit that we didn't worked hard for. I don't get to see none of that. I have to wait till other people come into the studio before we get everything. Why is that, nephew?
Because I don't feel like no. What? Look, it's just us today. Broke down as soon as we talk this news.
Wow.
We made time so we can be messy and talk about what's going on with other folks.
Well, let's get the show on the road in this half-ass put together studio.
Yeah,
with this pretty much light that we got up. All right, man.
They can see you.
I guess.
You're real visible.
I was sure like the other lights up in here and shit. It's like we didn't pay our power bill and shit.
What else? I'm dark on my side than it is with you. You got two lights. How many more lights you need?
I need all the lights that we.
See that?
I'm used to when I sit over here, man. It look like motherfucking morning time with the sun just coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like sunset.
It's like it's creeping up in the morning.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Let's get it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I ain't gonna do this with you. This is my day off.
Yeah, I see. Studio took a day off too. And we just jumped on here today to say hello to you guys because y'all know that Wednesdays is Denise women's only Wednesday, and then you got Monique coming up tomorrow, so make sure you guys lock it in for that.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get into it.
Let go.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhanger.
Love it. I just love it.
Alrighty. We won't get into the boatload of the stuff today, but let's creep on up with the mess because it's BS around the board. So let's make sure we creep up on the right stuff. Get a taste on our palate first. Teyana Taylor. Miss Teyana Taylor was in the news last night along with others that seemed hey, on the Tuesday night, Tuesday mean clap back, all right, and set the record straight. So on setting the record straight, got to get into Miss Tiana Taylor. When we last left off with her, it was to talk about what was supposedly divided, and we gave our thoughts on that. All right, hey man, I think it's more of the 50-50, because if you know anything about Tiana, she been that lady for a minute. So
that's it.
So it had to be that it was more divided and you get what you came in with than it was he just paying all of that. And that seemed to be the narrative until recently. I want to start from where initially things prompt her to respond. But there was stuff going around, of course, like I said, from his side and his lawyers and things of that magnitude. His lawyers have since came out to respond to said allegations, saying Amon Shumpert didn't say none of that. That wasn't from his side. Shoot, Amon been quiet for the most part, and he is denying having it be any involvement with them telling details or saying anything after the fact or during when the divorce came out to get ready to be in trial, basically. People been calling him the question saying, hey, she finna get ready to take old buddy to jail because he been talking too much or whatever. But yeah, he vehemently denies it. This is the statement from Amon's attorney. My client, Mr. Amon Shumpert, has never whatsoever leaked any allegations or claims stated in any of the pleadings in the divorce case. Mr. Shumpert adamantly denies that he had any involvement in any information with the media, specifically, but with limitations. He denies that the leaked information, which may have served to the bias for multiple news reports proceedings during this trial matter. He denies against that too. And as agreed by the parties, that was ordered in the court, he has not and will not disclose any of the contents in the now sealed file. That was his side. Now, like I said, last night was everybody talking. So I do want to get into Miss Tiana Taylor, which I'm not gonna lie, she was looking good. Looking good for a Instagram live. I was like, shit. But you know how I am about T. But this is what she said in the matter, because she felt the need to set some stuff straight for a little bit straight. So let me go ahead and let her speak for herself.
Before y'all even knew that we was ever getting a divorce, not too much on my best friend. We're still doing this. We're still doing that. This is my buddy. This is my da 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 da. I've done nothing but try to protect us. So the fact that you are okay with the world thinking that I took you for everything that you had the world thinking that I tried to get you locked up, sitting here playing victim. Let me explain something to y'all about people. For people that's saying, oh, well, what would Iman get out of leaking these rumors that make him look bad? Some people are okay with looking bad just as long as you look worse. Okay? Y'all have to understand that. Y'all have to understand that. Before this divorce, during this divorce, and after this divorce, I protected that man with all I had in me. Before y'all even knew.
Now, she does go on to talk about how she did walk away with her own. She made that very specific. She did go on to talk about how when she came into everything, what all they each paid for each other and walked away with. Right. The talk that was being had, why he didn't supposedly defend her when she needed it, because she said she went and reached out to Buddy and said, hey, I don't know if this you pumping all this narrative out, but since I know we pretty much left off cool, can you defend me for a minute? Like, at least shoot it down. Can you stop what everybody supposedly trying to put on my name in my jacket? Can you stop that noise?
I ain't your husband no more.
That's my dilemma. Because
I ain't your husband no more.
That's my dilemma with that, bro.
And let's talk about that. Because if I didn't do it, Why are you even accusing me?
Why I gotta
Come to your defense now? I'm not your husband. And I know emphatically that I didn't do it. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know old buddy like that. I don't know him at all.
No.
But neither one of them, and we both said this, neither one of them come off with they're gonna do that kind of energy because they don't gain nothing.
Yeah, at all.
They really don't. Because he didn't trash her before or after. He always talked nice about her, and vice versa.
He did.
Right? But because you being trash, I am now no longer your fucking protector. Okay? I'm your friend, and as your friend, I don't need to protect you.
I'm be like, oh man, that's messed up.
But I'm just being, bruh. I'm no longer your husband. You gave that up when we got a divorce. The protections you had from me now, before,
and when you asked for it.
Yeah, and when you ask for it, you don't get to have me as a husband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he ain't wrong if he don't do it. He ain't right if he would have done it.
And but this is my part on it.
Yeah.
I do get, all right, man, if we cool, don't leave me out hanging. I do get it from a point. Even though I do agree with you, it's not so much that I have to as it is to be a courtesy. But she also goes into saying about there was certain labels being pushed off from him. Now I don't know it to be true because I haven't heard it from his side. I'm really giving this a grain of salt because we haven't heard his side for real. We really ain't even heard hers until now.
Yeah.
So
I've seen more out of her movement and going out on dates and stuff than I heard or seen anything from him.
Yeah, and the discourse with a divorce, I'm never going to really see it playing out like it's clean. That I have never seen a clean, separate divorce. At least not me. And with that being said, somebody gonna feel a way, and it's gonna come across a different way, especially if y'all in the media. But because she was also talking about how folks, she ended up getting threats about old buddy, which I thought was absolutely wild. It is never that deep. The way you gotta send the person that you don't like the most a death threat, that's crazy. But yeah, she was talking about threats and different allegations, gold digging getting placed on her. Even though, let's be honest, I think everybody pretty much knows she was making more money than him. But she even put that to bed. She's like, yeah, I was making more money than him after 2022. She's like, that's when he stopped playing ball. He ain't getting no more NBA checks. I did nothing but start booming. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah. And all of the stuff she went into detail about what was getting separated, how that was her stuff that she paid for. That the stuff that got mentioned was actually the stuff that she paid for and walked away with, and said, buddy, walked away with everything he came in with too. Only thing he had to pay for was child support and the student stuff. And then that one-time fee, and she gave a number on that. That one-time fee was just $1 million for they separated house to pay utilities. I'm gonna be honest with you. She put a lot of stuff to bed. I mean, she addressed everything,
but it was put to bed for me when it came out. Because I know I said when it came out, like, man, this don't even sound right. Because sometimes, man, when you got feel like when you got sometimes, bro, I'm gonna be honest. It could be the lawyers, clerks who work on this stuff, who seal the files. You just never know where this information came from. And I'm not saying it's beyond a reproach that she could have leaked it out or he could have leaked it out to make a person look bad. I don't know, but I'm going to give both of them the benefit of the doubt that they both got caught up in a bad situation. And because she knows she didn't do it, and she probably knows that he's probably angry about some things or probably didn't want to divorce, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
There's a part of her that probably feels that he could have done it.
You think so?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had a conversation just yesterday with someone that I dated years ago.
Okay.
Right. And it's probably about 9 years ago that we had dated. Maybe longer. But anyway, we had a conversation as friends. And man, when we sat back and we talked about some of the stuff that we thought that the other person did or said or meant, it was crazy as fuck. Really? The misconception I had on some stuff about her and the misconception she had about me.
Mm.
Bruh, it was like on some stuff we were completely night and day. And we realized was we didn't have the conversation because we wasn't in the headspace to have that conversation because we already had our mind made up. Now, what? Years later, we can talk about it. But at that time, even though neither one of us, the intent was not there or something that we thought that somebody did was that they did. We thought that they did. Now we're able to listen to it. And when she was able to explain it to me, why would I blah, 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 and explain and broke it all down. Then I explained some stuff to her. She was like, damn. We both were like, damn.
all off base.
We were like, God damn. God damn. Right? That soundbite you always play, bro. It was like, whoa. So I think sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, bro, especially with social media, things can get so fucking loud on people. I truly believe that those are two good people. They wound up getting a divorce for whatever their reasons may have been, but I don't think neither one of them seemed like they would be malicious because they wasn't doing
I don't get that
proceeding.
From them
so why
either.
would he do it or she do it or he do it afterwards to make her look bad? Now she's probably mad because he didn't do it. I don't think she think he leaked it. I think she's more mad. You tell me what you think, nephew. I think she's more mad that he didn't defend her.
I think so. Because it's one thing to be loud and wrong. It's another thing to feel like everybody's choosing the wrong side.
Yeah. and you ain't putting none of this stuff to rest.
Yeah.
Right. I think she's more mad about that. I don't think she think he leaked. Because honestly, but like I said, I don't know shit about them. I don't.
But
they just don't put you in the frame of mind and do some shit like that each other.
But when somebody tell me they don't want me, am I obligated to protect you?
No. Protect her.
I'm shutting up. I ain't say nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
It's allegedly. I ain't said nothing.
Yeah.
So
and when you ain't getting this mad about when they saying stuff about you when you was out there getting a divorce from me and out there on the date. We weren't divorced yet.
With Aaron.
Hold on.
Pierre.
But has she been out on dates and being seen
Pierre.
with other men? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm asking a question.
No, she has.
But we're not officially divorced yet, right?
Wait, no. She didn't start. I give her that. She didn't start popping up with Aaron Pierre until after the divorce was already final. She started.
So she wasn't seen at all.
No. She was not. She was not.
Well, because like I said, I didn't know the time. Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't seen at all. It literally only recently.
Okay.
Literally only recently. I get her that. But that's the other part that I get y'all. Even though, I guess it went bad, and like I said, I can't see a divorce not going bad. But they even had a cleaner divorce than most folks. They didn't have a cleaner divorce than most folks.
This goes along with the other news story, bro. I think sometimes, and I know it's very, very, very hard to do when your phone keep going off and notifications going off. Stay off of social media.
Yeah. Because he can F you up.
Bruh, all you got to do is turn them apps off. And that's probably the hardest thing to ever do, bro, on your phone is turn off Facebook, turn off TikTok, X.
Shoot, when I'm done with everything, I put my thing on mute.
Mine
put my stuff on mute.
My phone, my notifications never goes off of my phone. This has been happening to me almost probably 7 years now. I've been turning my notification. My notifications is never on my phone. My notification would never go off on my phone from a text message or anything. I have to look at my phone to know that something is going on. I don't like that because my phone used to go off so fucking much, bro. Ding 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 ding. I didn't like it. And then if you just turn it down a little bit or say for certain things, the social media sites still find a way to make your phone fucking go off so you can go back to them.
Yeah,
like, Facebook still get through my fucking phone on some of it. Like you just hear my phone when it goes live. My notifications off on everything. Why the fuck my phone dings right now? I have no fucking idea.
I know this phone. He already programmed to say, we are not talking.
Oh yeah. Because that phone, that's my whole
back
phone.
up every time. It'll pop back up every time. Boop, 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 boop. Everything he answer.
Yeah, but you know on that phone, all notifications off.
Yeah,
but that motherfucker still fine. Facebook is the only one that would find a way to fucking ding, make your phone ring.
Oh yeah.
Without a
Facebook
ding.
said you ain't even ignore me.
Yeah,
you ain't even ignore me.
Yeah,
and you better hope I don't send my Instagram through.
What's up, Robert?
But before we get to the main event,
Bridget said not obligated.
Yeah, not obligated. Not obligated at all.
I don't think he's obligated to protect her now, bro.
I
think what could have happened with them was, bro, is that they got with the two
me.
lawyers and they put out a joint statement.
Yeah.
That this is information was not leaked from either side of the party. We are good, right?
Yeah.
And boom, boom, boom. And I could have did that for my ex-wife, but me just going out and putting out a blanket statement to say that I got nothing to do with it, to me, it makes you seem more guilty. That's just me.
If he was to say,
if I have come out and say I have nothing to do with it, because here's the thing: if you called me and I told you I didn't do it,
yeah,
I don't need to answer nobody else. That's just me. Even now, I don't need to answer people on the fucking on the goddamn internet. Whatever they doing to you and whatever shit, that ain't have nothing to do with me. And if I didn't do it, and you call and ask me, did I do it? And I tell you, no, baby, I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I don't owe the people on social media an explanation for you. I don't. And I'm saying this now as a fucking man, if I was married to a woman. I don't owe my ex anything on social media. If she called me, I'm going to answer the phone. If she asked me, did I do it? I said, no, I had nothing to do with it. Sorry that information got leaked, but I promise you, I had nothing to do with it. My responsibility is over at that time. I don't owe anybody any explanation some shit I did not. Why the fuck am I explaining some shit I didn't do, bro? Why am I going up there to put this stuff at ease about a narrative that was leaked about you? I'm no longer your protector. Oh, buddy, your protector now.
Yeah, and I would have went out because her manager / mama, she did go after the folks that did allegedly say this.
Okay.
And she made her statement. I think I mentioned it the last time we were talking.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's who I would have went and checked. But if she did do that behind closed doors, and I guess he didn't give the impression that he didn't do it, did not do it, if that makes sense. But
I don't care no more.
Yeah,
you out with another dude. You done moved on. I didn't do it. I'm gonna give you the essence of I don't give a fuck anymore.
With Aaron Pierre.
You know what I'm saying? You got a dude that look better than me. He got swag. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, she got the more light-skinned dude I've ever seen.
But bro, again,
him and Drake, they take the cake.
Yeah, but
they ain't never not posing like
I'm saying that's your husband, bro. You done moved on with a whole nother dude, and the world know you with somebody else, and I'm your ex now. And you telling me about some bullshit about some shit on some. Listen, let's think about what we're saying now. Your ex been seen with another dude because you said it was after the divorce. So this happened afterwards.
A whole year.
Okay. So now she's on social media and everybody's talking shit about your ex, right? A year later, you calling me to defend you on some shit I didn't do on social media, and you think I have an obligation to say something to these people to put the rumors to rest? What the fuck for?
Good, get off my phone.
Right? I mean, just think about what I'm saying in real time, bro. How many dudes gonna be sitting here a year later, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you done moved on with somebody else, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's smashing my ex-wife, and now you want me to be, you know, to come out here and protect you because this is making you look bad, even though I didn't do it.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I mean, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing that shit. You know what
I'm not either. But I don't look. I don't blame, like how you said earlier. I don't blame you for doing it. But I mean, am I gonna give you an extra point for doing it? Hell no. It's not something.
If he would have came out with a statement to me, bro, like I said, it would make him look suspect to me.
No,
for him not saying anything to me holds true to I ain't do it.
I ain't been doing it.
And because you haven't seen this man badmouth his wife or vice versa at all.
No, I don't think I have.
Whenever he's talking about stuff in interviews, whatever, he never brings her up. It's all the way about basketball, his livelihood, and shit like that. He never brings up his wife. She doesn't either. Why would he do this? So why would you even call me? I'm gonna say this honestly. Why would you have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to call me and want me to defend some shit that I didn't say? Honestly, bro, that's an insult to me.
Really?
Yes. It's you pissing on what I just said. If I told you and I know, okay, nephew, you know you didn't do something.
Yeah.
In fact, you know you had shit to do with it, and then your ex is calling you and say, tell these folks that you didn't get this and you didn't leak this. And I'm looking at you like, what the fuck I need to do that for when I didn't do it? I mean, how you feel about that?
I think I said how I felt. I'm gonna be like what you call on my phone for.
Bridget said you look like a simp. Exactly. A man ain't gonna go out there and defend some bullshit, bro.
Would it count as being a simp if that's your ex? Would it count as being a simp?
Me,
Because a simp is trying to get something he couldn't have got. This something you had.
but I think sometimes you look at simp as being weak too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, to me,
Okay.
it's a weak move as a man.
I ain't mad at that.
You know what I'm saying? When I don't know if I would have done it, bro. I don't know. Especially if we're not talking at all. We just moved on for real. We divorced cordially. We had an understanding. We moved on, and you moved on, and we ain't talked, and we're not. We don't hang out like that for real, and we ain't close.
Yeah.
You on your own on this one, baby girl.
Chill out.
I'm not mad at him for not responding, right? And I think, and it just seems though she is leashing out, and he, like I said, he could be having some underlying demons. We don't know, but it seems like what she's saying, she feels she has to defend this stuff, and when it's not true.
Yeah, she probably felt like she was
I mean,
being
you're
attacked.
talking to people out here in the world who are making news about you. They don't even give a damn about it, whatever you got. They calling you a gold digger, and you're not. Why are you worried about it?
Yeah, and I don't think most folks that really care about her think she a gold digger.
No.
I don't even think he do. But I mean, if you feel like you're being attacked and there's a narrative that's going around favoring one image of you, I mean, you probably want to put that to bed. So that's what she did.
Well, I
And
guess
she did.
Let's put the bed and let their how you say, let their marriage rest in peace.
Oh yeah. In
You know
the
what I'm saying?
dirt.
Let it rest in peace, bro. Don't bring it back up.
Leave me alone.
That part. Let go.
Now, lastly on the news. What?
We got two more things.
We got to. Oh, so you want to actually do this?
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
We got to do that shit.
Okay.
So we need to do.
I look at these young folks.
We go ahead and do that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
then we do the other one last. We got to do this one here because this one here, boy. This one here. Oh my god.
Yo, bruh. Look, folks woke up and said, I'm on
I'm
time.
some bullshit.
I'm on timing on a Tuesday night, bruh. So we got to get into Monique and Tyler Perry again. So there was some stuff that was going on last night that was in response to Tyler Perry's remarks that he did at Miss Angie Stone's celebration of life. Again, condolences to the Stone family and Miss Angie. Your legacy and your dopeness will always be around. But TP, he made some remarks and a very good speech. I'm not gonna lie, he killed it for the most part. Some folks felt otherwise.
Play the speech what he said, bro. Play TP doing this thing.
I gotta play it. I gotta play it.
He gave tribute to Angie Stone,
yes,
and her struggle.
He did. He gave good light on it. So let me get it back to where it was, so we can get it in its likeness. Alrighty. So this was Tyler Perry at the Angie Stone celebration.
These young folks who are living these lives and they think that it's supposed to be the way that it is on Instagram, and they're forgetting about the people who have paved the way for them to be in that situation. They're forgetting about the women like Angie Stone, who's been in the business all of these years. You're going to forget about what she did, all of the people that she put on and helped. So you got to go through something to write a song like $20. Because then she says, what you know about being poor. She don't say poor, she says poor. What you know about having to borrow from the neighbor next door. These are her words. What you know about bumming rides. What you know about having to swallow your pride. And this is the part of the song that got to me when she said, what do you do when you're through? When you're always helping people and nobody is there for you. Y'all got to forgive me because I'm angry at the way I look at these young folks.
TP.
I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible.
All righty. So that was his speech.
Go ahead, TP.
Like I said, he killed it. He killed it, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be nothing to be mad about.
Because it's TP. And he whipped a lot of people.
It shouldn't be nothing to be mad about.
I mean, how can anything be said bad about that?
Oh man. So let me then go to this diary. So Miss Monique took to the post. And in the post, it was a lot. I think she recorded something else on the side of the same post. But she made her own post. She said, "Open letter to Tyler Perry.
Why?
First, we would like to give our heartfelt condolences to Angie Stone's family and friends. Sister Angie, we stand on your shoulders, on the shoulders of elders and ancestors like you. So please know that your fight inspired us to write this letter." And that the fight doesn't end with your passing, it's only the beginning. Now she directs it. Dear Tyler Perry, and she tagged him at Tyler Perry. I recently watched you and your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral, where you expressed frustration over mistreatment of by the music industry. It struck me. And my husband Sydney, as stop. Oh, as I think she meant poignant,
Yeah.
but also made us reflect on some unsettling discrepancies in our actions towards me. One, you express anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you label me, quote unquote, difficult to work with. Oh my God. Despite never having worked with me, how can you condemn poor treatment of others when you yourself impose the same on me? We have the audio of you admitting you was wrong. Okay, so that must be the audio, because it sounded like somebody was on the phone. That must be the audio she played for her own post, making the same point. Okay, so she goes on to say, 2, you asked, where is the money she's owed? Well, where's my public apology that you promised in 2016? The false narrative you preached helped blackmail me, costing me tens of millions. Where's the restitution for that? Then she goes on to say, number 3, you mentioned being tired of us not receiving the benefits we deserve. Yet you asked me to promote my Precious for free without a contract or compensation, which highlights your double standard. Oh my God. Okay, this is the last one. 4th, you said we should be careful in how we treat the children, quote unquote, children of God. As a man of faith, where is your responsibility to act with love and truth? You promised me an apology years ago, but it is yet to come. Unlike the music industry, which you rightfully criticize, we have audio documentation of your actions. Shouldn't you be accountable too? Oh. Hold on, man. Let me get this queued up real quick, because this is that for real.
God.
Folks on a Tuesday night said, "I got time." They said, "I got time. Don't even worry about it."
You use somebody passing away to one more time state your point about this man. That nobody give a damn about you, Monique. And I mean, I say this with respect to, she's a great comedian. she's done a lot in the industry for herself. Her husband has done nothing. Sitting.
Hey, that would really piss you off.
Bruh.
That would really piss you off.
Because it's like you're being brainwashed by your husband to speak for you and him when you're Monique and he's nobody. He's your king, yes, yours. He ain't shit to Hollywood. Tyler Perry, and I don't know what the breakdown between Tyler and Monique has been, but we've seen Tyler Perry help a plethora of people in their careers.
I mean, still having.
I've seen Tyler Perry give
out.
people money that they deserve to be paid that Hollywood did not pay them. Okay?
Yeah.
When you look at Monique in her situation, was she being paid before Tyler Perry said what he said? Was she being put in movies before they got into their little dispute? Was she getting Oscars and getting an award? What ended up happening?
I think she got one. I think she got one.
She got one off of Precious.
Yeah, I think she got one off.
She got one off of Precious. Again, Monique, you was not in high demand before Tyler Perry put his statement out. Who you blaming for that? The tens of millions of dollars that you lost. Let me say something. When you are a bad actor or somebody put something bad out on your name or blackballed you, as you so call it, Jonathan Majors just got another job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it looked like you finna get ready to come back out. Look like you finna get ready to come back out and rebound.
Can we keep this for real? Monique. And let me sit there for a second. Because honestly, bro, you got to put everything in perspective.
Okay.
Because what Tyler Perry said, could it have damaged people from wanting to work with her? In the black community, probably, maybe. But the white community don't give a damn about Tyler Perry.
You don't think so?
No. Tyler Perry got everything. If anything, they wanted to use Tyler Perry, they would have used him for everything. You know, if they wanted to use Monique, they could have been using Monique. Okay, Will Packer wanted to use Monique, he could have been using Monique. Spike Lee been out for a year. Will Packer, why come they never use Monique? Huh? When they went and got Color Purple, who they went and got? They went and got Oprah Winfrey. Monique could have did that role.
I mean, but I got you.
There are roles that Monique could have done. That they got other people
when did
before
Color
this
Purple come out?
Huh?
When did Color Purple come out?
I think Color Purple came out in the 80s.
Monique wasn't hot then.
She was doing doing the Moesha show. I mean, doing it
in the 80s,
in the 80s or late 90s. It wasn't.
That
80s.
that was 2000s. The Monique show with the her and the little girl. Yeah, that was 2000s. That's
okay,
2000s.
but still, I'm just saying there are many things. When Monique was a comedian, she could have been out. Monique had her own talk show.
Yeah.
At a point in time. What happened to that? Who did Tyler Perry didn't fuck that up? She wasn't getting stand out and sold out arenas before that. Monique was blackballed, and people said this before. For the same damn reason you started this damn post off, you blackballed yourself. Me and sitting there, right? People don't want to fuck with you. Number one, because your husband trying to get you paid and tell people what your worth is, and he's not. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody advocating for you, like, well, let's say, what was the guy that plays for the Ravens? The
quarterback. Oh, you talking about Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson. People said his mom, right, could not be his manager and go get that contract for him, right? He got that contract, right?
Yeah, he did.
Let's talk about this.
Big old contract.
Let's talk about this. He didn't get that contract because his mama wasn't qualified to get the contract for him. He got that contract, bro, because he was qualified for the position. He showed up, he showed out. And when they sat down and broke it down, no matter who was sitting in front of him, they could not deny his talent and they needed him. So he got that contract. Hence, his mom inked the deal for him. They could do the same thing if you had a client as such.
Okay.
Your husband is speaking for you, and your talents is not saying that for some people that want to hire you. Not saying that you're not worth everything that you are, but you're not needed as much. And they're not going to pay you as much as they're going to pay somebody else. They can get somebody to do the same role.
Now,
and you're not as big as a box office draw for some people.
Now, I do want to backtrack because I think it's easy to say that right now today.
I can say what I can say back then.
That was what, 2016?
Whenever Monique was hot, Monique wasn't never the shit, bro. She wasn't a Kevin Hart back in the day. She was great. But Monique has
this would be the discourse for, let's say, for somebody that's not a Lamar Jackson or like a Pat or even the dude from the Bills.
Oh wow. Bridget said we don't go support her because she doesn't support us in anything that concerns us.
Oh, wait.
That's what Bridget just said.
Bridget?
Yeah. She basically saying that everything
she don't be supporting black women.
She talks about my babies. But again, remember me, man, you talked about this. What have she done for everybody? Who has she really put on?
We did talk about that.
You know what I'm saying?
About that. We did talk about
that. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you hear Monique talk about something that's a gripe, it's about what has happened to her.
Now, before I lose my train of thought.
Go ahead.
While she may not be that elite tier, very few are.
Yeah.
The elite tier, if you was talking about other quarterbacks, the elite tier kind of dictate the market on what you can be expecting for where you're at.
Exactly.
And I don't think Monique really thought she was a Kevin Hart. If she did, then
her husband played her like she was. Because he started saying she got this, and this.
But that's the other part where there'll be like representation and why a lot of folks, while they was wrong what they were saying for Lamar Jackson, imagine if Lamar Jackson was like godly, what's a comparison? Imagine if Lamar Jackson was like 3 tiers down from where he is, not MVP status, not even elite quarterback. He just a starter.
Yeah.
If he's just a starter, but his mama is shipping folks out and trying to ship him out like he's the MVP, Lamar Jackson, hell no, go sit down. No. You talking too big for what you got to depend on other folks to give you. You feel me? And I think that's the area that maybe her husband got her placed in.
Yes.
He keeps shipping her out like that. But besides that, in 2016, you might have been right. I don't know if she was doing anything.
Nothing, bro.
I know she was doing shows, but even in the comedy scene, she wasn't that big.
And she hadn't been on, she wasn't on the Queens of Comedy or none of that.
God, I was trying to get her some.
No, she wasn't on the bruh. Like I said, Monique is a force to be reckoned with. Her name, her talent. But you got to think about it. When she was Big Monique, right? She was my babies and the big girl. That's what she talked about, right? And that's what her joke was about. I ain't mad at her. Had her own TV show. She had her own talk show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She did her thing, bro. Monique is a bad woman in the industry. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like she ain't like she chopped liver, because she's not. But she ain't what she's trying to be sold for, right? Whoopi Goldberg, everybody told her at the end of the day, baby girl, some things you gotta do, right, in this industry to get what you want. Now, she took that and she aired the shit out and made it seem like they trying to tell her to go out there and work like a slave, which is bullshit. No, everybody in this industry of what we do, you have to pick and choose what battles you're going to have, because it's political. The higher you get, sometimes you're going to get paid for stuff, sometimes you're not.
Okay, I got her stuff pulled up.
Okay.
Of course, 2009, that's probably her hottest. That's Precious right there. Then she got the little Parkers, the sitcom. She got that. Almost Christmas was big, and that was in 2016. Queens of Comedy was 2001. She was on Moesha, but I think she was like side character. We got the Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. That was huge. She's also taking part in the BMF thing.
Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they killed her off on that yet. But BMF is kind of pretty much over with at this point. Shout out 50. But she was on BMF recently. She got those 2 specials that she got, especially the My Name Monique. I do remember that being out. I think that's the Netflix one. Soul Plane, if you liked it. But I mean, she got plenty of other work I'm only going through the big stuff. And then 2007 will probably be when she was at the height, because that was her, I think, her first special. I know the one where she got the handcuffs and stuff like that.
And when she said she got blackballed, she worked after. Blackball mean you don't work at all.
No, she seemed like she getting consistent work through all
worked.
this.
She, bro, like I said, when you look at what she's saying,
She been getting work since 2000.
like I said, bro, she been getting work, but she ain't been in the mainstream until she put herself there. I think when Monique got
She was on a Proud Family. Stop playing.
bro, like I said, Monique has
What?
never, for me, the best role that you know that her in, that she's been in, is what?
Precious.
Precious. Oprah Winfrey best role is what?
Precious and the Parkers. The
Yeah,
mama
then
of
the
the Parkers.
Right? That was her thing. You don't remember none of her comedy specials, for real.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Tell me a Monique joke that you know.
Don't do that to me.
Tell me what a talk show was about.
I did not watch the talk show. That
Okay.
wasn't my bad. I was a baby. I
Okay.
was a baby.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? But when you're looking at Monique, is she that woman? Yes. But is she who her husband Sidney sells the world to be?
And I think that's probably the biggest thing for why she in this type of bag with a lot of big features, because it's Monique, but it's also what you're placed in. So,
And you got to realize a lot of times, bro, most anytime, you got to have the right people representing you in the right way. I think she's not getting a lot of work because of him.
well, like I said, she been working. I think
No,
her
but
main
I'm saying-
complaint is not being paid what she's due.
Again, you have to be a box office draw, bro. Right?
Yeah.
And because you got an Oscar, right? Everybody that got an Oscar didn't go on to be number one, especially in this day and age. When you win an Oscar, you don't go out there and get a number one movie, because guess what? Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese is not out there writing those kind of movies anymore.
Now, to her defense, though, no,
What's up with you in that bum light, dog?
man, the tape on it is falling off.
Oh,
But
just lean. You should lean up against something.
yeah, it's all Ricky Dicky, bro. It's Ricky Dicky. I can't do nothing about it. But to her point, what some folks would probably say as a response to us, because I'm with you, you usually don't, but they usually gave you the Oscar because you got one of the best movies out and you did one of the best jobs, if not the best job. And for where she was at, I can then look at her and be like, I don't blame you for using that quarterback analogy I was just using. Yo, bro, I may not still be in the elites, but I'm Aaron freaking Rodgers. No, is Aaron Rodgers one of the best ones out today? Hell no. If anything, he middle of the pack at best. But are you finna talk greasy to Aaron Rodgers? Hell no. Is you not finna pay Aaron Rodgers? Hell no. Because you do know when it's time for Aaron Rodgers to step up and do something, you know Aaron Rodgers is that few crowd that can actually do it. And you got proof.
That part.
And I think that's where her mindset is with the industry. I proved I can act and that I should be placed in my just due. Why is no one handling me like I just did it or like it hasn't been done?
Because and
I think that's what we was going back to.
Yeah,
representation. Your dude is ass.
Right. The person that's your manager, I think he's misrepresenting you, right? Sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And the other part is you got to fit roles. Okay, let me ask you this question. In any movie that came out right recently, right? That's been a smash movie.
Okay.
Do you see Monique in that role?
Alrighty, that's a big one though.
So if you see
what smash movie are you thinking of?
I don't watch a lot of movies, so I can't. I'm not the best person to ask that. I'm throwing the question at that because I'm saying when you saw people playing this role, you can say also, oh yeah,
Monique would have did.
He could knock that out the box.
Yeah. It's some stuff I can be like that with.
I don't know.
This is stuff I can be like that with.
Okay, like what?
Let me go through. Yeah, you talking about like recent stuff?
Whatever. You know, a movie that you seen like, man, she would have did this better, or she would have been really good in this role.
I think
she would have been a star in this role.
I think she would have been a star, have given the opportunity, because I don't think people really understand Monique got range for an actor. She do have range.
I think Monique has range in certain categories.
What you mean?
She's not, to me. When I look at her, I don't see her being a Meryl Streep in the movie industry.
Really?
I don't.
How much stuff have you seen her do?
Who?
Monique. How much stuff have you seen her do?
When I look at Monique, I look at her like when I see Kevin Hart trying to do some other stuff and trying to stretch his range, some of it he just can't do. Some of it Kevin Hart just can't do, bro.
No, but Kevin Hart don't have. I wouldn't acting wise. Only acting wise. Only acting wise.
When I look at Monique,
Kevin Hart don't have Monique range.
No, he don't. But I'm saying when I look at Monique, she has range to play the villain, the wife, and lead in that. But she can't play a detective. I don't think she'd be really good as a.
No. That's not what I mean when I say range.
Okay.
No. Do you see her as a detective? No, you wouldn't write her as a script of being a detective.
Right.
What I mean for range wise is, can she play serious? Yes, she can. Can she play funny?
Yes.
Yes, she can.
Yes. Range.
Can she play empathetic talent? Yes, she can.
Yes.
Can she play Big Mama or something like that? We didn't seen her do that naturally. Yes, she can. Can she play a happy co-star or comic relief? Maybe I'm trying to see how I pronounce a thriller or a drama. Yes, she can.
On some of it.
She can definitely go thriller and drama, and I think that's what some folks don't really get her credit on.
But see, here's the thing.
She got way. That's like 6 or 7 different things that,
like I said, but
Kevin Hart can't do.
No, but if you look at what you're saying, it's all in the thing of emotional driven stuff, because she's very good at being an emotional actor.
When you're acting, you gotta play on that.
Because so for me, that ain't range. That's your range. That's her range. I see her in all of that. You know what I mean? But when I look at when I look at range, it's like when I'm looking at you, I don't see you no more.
Yeah,
that I have not seen.
Definitely,
I have not seen that.
Really,
I've seen she's a damn good actor, but I always still see Monique.
Man, I don't know about that, Joe. I don't know about that.
I said,
I've seen some roles where it was like, ooh,
I'm gonna tell you the first time when I watched Monique, and I stopped seeing her.
Yeah,
and I saw the person.
Precious.
Wasn't Precious.
That's right. The only one
for me. That's the when I stopped seeing Monique. Right, like when Tyler Perry play movies, bro. It's some movies that I'm looking at. I can't get past the role because I'm seeing him, because he's not bringing that part out.
Okay.
Even in some of his movies, right? I think these. I don't like Monique. No, I don't like Monique. I'm just saying there are certain people when I look at them, it's just not that for me.
True. She did that one where she was I think it was Gay Girl. I'm probably mixing the movies, but I know she did the little scary movie one. That was hilarious.
Scary movie, she was funny in that.
Yeah, the scary movie was hilarious.
Yeah, but I saw Monique. Because that was in her element. That was in her range of element. You know what I mean?
BMF give her a different vibe.
I haven't seen none of BMF.
Yeah, BMF.
I know that's the same thing, but I've never seen any of BMF, so I can't speak on that. But I'm just saying, for the things I've seen her do, is she good in all the stuff that she does? Even in Soul Plane, man, she's funny. She's going to make you laugh. She's going to steal the scene. I give Monique that all day long. But is people going to go out? There are certain people like Simone, what's called Simone, the comedian Simone. She's good. The female comedian.
We love you some B. Simone.
I think Angela Ray's, Lisa Ray's sister.
Lisa Ray's sister.
Yeah, not Lisa Ray's. I think she's sister somebody.
Yeah, you about threw me off with that one.
No, but what is the girl name? Got the deep voice. She's really funny.
Okay.
But a lot of these comedians, some comedians can make the transition over to movies and acting. Some can't. You know what I mean? Kevin Hart has done a decent job in it. Some more. Yeah, some more. That's what I'm talking about. Some more.
Okay.
Some of these women, if I saw them, and people may say, even with some of the white, like Amy Schumer, I think the Amy Schumer or something like that.
Yeah.
I can only see her in some fucking funny movies. I don't see her being transformed into some other shit. You know what I mean? There are certain these comedians. Sometimes once you see them, you're stereotyped in certain people's mind. Monique is stereotyped in my mind as certain things until
Scarlett Johansson. I can't
Huh?
see her outside of being something.
Who?
Scarlett Johansson. I can't see her being nothing but Black Widow at this point.
Yeah, some things will unless you're a really good actress, right, or a really good actor, that you would get stereotyped in. And Monique played a lot of stuff early in her career that was, she was being funny. And then when you start to try to stretch the range, and I would say this for Monique, and I don't know if she have done it, she may probably have, because I don't know, I don't have a career lineup in front of me. Her going and do some theater and doing different things will probably help her stretch and be able to be seen, to be able to carry a movie, because I think what she's wanting is leading woman role money in the movie scene, but can she carry the box office? I'm just being honest. Do people really believe that Monique can shut down? What woman right now today can shut down the box office? And I don't even know that.
Hold on. Even to that point, because
that's where her husband is putting her out there. Like, if you bring Monique, she gonna bring the rain.
Look, we can't speak to how he doing it, even though it looked really bad. We can't speak to it.
No, but what I'm saying is, when she would complain and she got the Netflix special, bro, it wasn't about nothing. Now, I saw some of that. No,
I'm not speaking to that.
Okay.
I'm only speaking to your last point about her being a main office draw. Very, very few, male or female, are main office draw.
Yes.
I think it's literally probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 on the top of my hand. That's gonna be Dwayne, The Rock.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Will Smith,
Tom Cruise only off of that one Mission Impossible.
That's it. That's all.
Literally off of Tom Cruise is not doing nothing else.
But he won't. He don't need to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's it.
Everybody else has to be paired with somebody else.
Yeah.
So hopefully he not doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
hopefully he not doing that. But
and Monique,
I ain't gonna put that on.
And the bad thing about her, for her situation, is where this role is now, the stuff that she does on her own, is it being shut down because she's on it?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you're out here saying stuff like this to Tyler Perry, right? You're making it seem like you the shrimp and grits
and everything that you she coming spicy on Tyler.
You know
Perry.
what I'm saying? Again, I'm not mad at Monique, bro, but I'm like, let that shit go. You jumped on this post of Angie Stone, what we originally started talking about.
Yeah.
Right? You jumped on this post and brought up your beef with Tyler Perry, and you wonder why people don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm here for the mess and all that.
Yeah.
I don't think this was the time, and what you tagged it in, I don't think that was where you should have did that.
She should have left her at the Shannon Sharp show.
No. I mean, if you want some straightening, do some straightening outside of it. Don't do it on the expense or on the back of somebody that deserves they do and they celebration.
Make that shit marinate, bro, and blend in. It didn't.
It didn't.
There was 2 different situations.
It didn't, and if you read it out loud, it comes out awkward and
you
detached.
You talking about a whole damn apology you owed, and you stop $1 million. This woman actually didn't get her money from her residuals. You talking some hypothetical bullshit that you can't prove before or after.
This lady had to work anything.
The woman died.
You get to choose.
Yes.
You get to choose.
Yes.
And you get to choose to complain on who's not valuing you the same.
And why are you?
She had to go to literally work like she had no value.
Nephew, why are you constantly going on other people's platforms, right? And bringing it up, because when she left Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, right?
Yeah.
She went on tour with Cat Williams. What happened?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
This right after she said everything she said, Cat Williams said, "Come on, baby girl, I got you."
He fills it out.
What happened?
He fills it out.
You're that draw though, right? Tyler Perry ain't got shit to do with none of that. This is your lane right here, right? And when she got on stage, what the fuck did she talk about? Y'all remember? Everybody talking about I'm hating on Monique. When she got on stage and Cat Williams put on his tour, what did she talk about? Tyler Perry. What did she say to Tyler Perry? Fuck you. Fuck this. That's what she did. Y'all remember? What happened? You on your own now. This ain't got nothing to do with movies. Why couldn't you bring it down the house? Why come you didn't go on your own tour after that? Where's your husband sitting? We're talking about that. You quick to talk about something with somebody that's a billionaire. They got a whole bunch of goddamn money, and you want to get some of his. These other people put you on their platform, gave you some money. You ain't talking shit about it because they put you on the platform. But what did you do when you had their platform? I'm just asking.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing else to say to that.
No,
Look, hey, did you pick this pocket to do it on, Monique? But
it was inappropriate, bro.
yeah,
it was inappropriate.
That's my only critique on it. It was inappropriate to Angie, and Angie deserved better than that. For you to use her as to get your shit off, she deserved better than that.
Yeah.
But main event. So let me go ahead and get us hyped up for the main event.
I ain't never heard that.
Well, I've been holding that one, man. Hey, man, the Breakfast Club is back in the news, dog. I ain't gonna lie. This is juicy. This is what got us up. Okay, I told y'all.
Today.
Yeah, this was the show. We can get this other stuff off, but this was the show today. The Breakfast Club chose, well, it seems one person on the Breakfast Club chose verbal violence. Just Hilarious took to the news last night to air out some grievances, a narrative that was going around, things on how they was getting put and spent and all this other yada yada yada. All I want to do is start from what initially made her bite the bullet. Okay, so let me find this up. Hold on, let me make sure that's it. So, a lot of folks have been having commentary on what's been going on with the Breakfast Club. If you don't know, Breakfast Club seemed like it's a 4-part show. Mm-hmm. You got Charlamagne the God. Oh, snap. All right, Charlamagne. You got DJ Envy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Old Faithful's there. Then you got the new edition, Miss Just Hilarious. Seemed like everything was going rosy.
Just with the mess.
Just with the freaking mess. Then now you add in Miss Lauren Larissa Fine. Ooh, Jesus. I ain't got the money for her. But her beautiful
I
self.
think you got the money for her right now before she get that contract.
No, she already got it. She already got it.
Oh, she got it.
She already got it. She already got it. That's speaking to this. That's speaking to this.
She got the contract.
Yes, sir. So outside of our messy part.
Yeah.
But Miss Larissa came in to fill in for Just Hilarious with the mess. That was one of the segments on the Breakfast Club. Just with the mess, she was doing entertainment news, kind of like yours truly. You feel me? Maybe not as good, but kind of like yours truly. And she had paternity leave. Congratulations to the new baby. Feel me? Everything was going rosy. So when she left out, they had to find somebody to fill in. Miss Larissa came in and shut that shit down. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's doing a very, 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 very good time. A good job. And that's beside me just loving to look at her talk.
This boy said a good time. He said, your mind bad, boy.
Man, that's beside of me just looking at her talk. Okay, I can look at her talk. But how she was covering stuff, a very journalistic way. It wasn't so much like, yeah, she a bona fide journalist.
She's a word for TMZ.
Bona fide journalist. Word for TMZ. She is already in the field. She ain't new to this. She true to this.
Yeah.
So when she was covering stories, she covered it like how she would cover stories in her own way. She wasn't just with the mess. She actually came in and she offered other stuff aside from what you was finding out.
Right. And
shoot, after a while, she started telling you where she got her sources and who she linking back to and who she connecting with. And it was like, ooh, okay. That's nice. Folks seem to really like it.
It's professionally done.
Professionally done. Folks seemed to really like it. One of which was not just hilarious. But from what Jess was saying, and we gonna get into what she was saying. But to abbreviate what she was saying, what we doing? Because I thought this was me and not you. So there was a lot of critique going around. A lot of folks were giving Larissa her praise from everywhere. If you know about the Breakfast Club, they are mainstream as hell. Everywhere have had either critique or some praises to be given to Miss Larissa. Now I'm gonna start off with Corey Holcomb. He talked about Just with the Miss. This is what he had to say. Okay, hold on. Let me cook because I gotta show them the
Let them cook.
Gotta let them cook. Gotta let them cook. Okay, so this was Corey Holcomb on Just with the Miss.
That job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
she got that job, and I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah. She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah,
The girl who is Lauren, that girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlemagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out, and then he got that job.
Now, so this prompted Miss Just Hilarious to come out with a lot of statements. Okay, so I'm gonna let her speak.
That retired ass nigga. Who still think he not retired. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some shit that he was saying. I would. The girl is great at what she do. Lauren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment to her. Man, that girl do what she do. She do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great at the Breakfast Club. I also been said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Okay. Okay. Y'all ain't going to agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate on a woman, especially if she got it going on. Yeah, I'm not. And Lauren LaRosa got it going
on. Now, that was her response back to Corey Holcomb. If you know, they have some history. They got some. Corey has not been shy on how he feel about Just Hilarious.
Right.
And this has been, I'm going to be honest with you, I expected him to go worse. He's went mad disrespectful towards her. Mad disrespectful. And Corey can go there and not kill.
Yeah.
Before we go further, how you felt about the critique wise?
I think it was spot on that Lauren carried a different talent of journalism than Jess did. But I listened to everything Jess had to say. And I remember when they were going through the process of trying to find a new host. The reason why Lauren came in and she fitted in so well, I think I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, is because it reminded you of who?
Angela Yee.
And that's what we fell in love with the Breakfast Club with, because Angela Yee knew the folks, she gave the news, and she fit in with Charlemagne and DJ Envy.
And then she had her bouncer here, right?
But she backed off and played her role.
She played the role.
Jess came in, right, with the queen seat. I'm Just Hilarious with the mess. Now, the one thing I'm going to defend Jess on as we go into this, I want to defend her here, nephew.
All right, go for it.
She said something in her rant that was true. It said Jess with the mess. And that's what she delivered. That's what she gave. That's who she is. Right?
Yeah.
And that was true. Nobody was thinking about Angela Yee when Jess came in. They hired Jess so they can get away from Angela Yee's style.
Yeah.
It was different. It was funny, right? It sort of resembled Steve Harvey when they do the news. Ricky Smiley, Gary with the T, right? Everybody had their own flair. And she fit that, plus she probably, had the whole social media following, right? She's fun, and she will push back with Charlamagne, and she will push back with DJ, and she can hold her own. Because remember, a lot of times, y'all remember now, when Angela Yee was on there, they were saying that she was soft. She wasn't handling her business. She wasn't standing up to these people, or why she let them get away with this kind of stuff. Jess wouldn't do that.
Man, folks coming up to press her.
Right. So when Lauren came in and Jess stepped out, it's like having a pitch hitter, right, come in for a designated hitter in a spot. You got somebody doing the news and then bringing the dotting the I's and crossing the T's and telling you where the information from and getting all the backside information. And when Jess tried to come back, right, and bring the mess, nobody wants to hear the mess because they want to hear the real information.
Yeah, they don't want to hear the mess that early. Just to come in and it kind of like get y'all pace. I do agree with
the way it was done. I'm gonna say they should have brought in another person that did it similar to Jess. When they brought in somebody that actually was a reporter, that looked good, that sounded good, everybody was saying, right, that she did it better than Jess. And Jess admitted she does the better than her. But that ain't Jess's strong pursuit. It's not.
It's not. She's
a comedian that can read stuff off of the Jasmine brand and off of the internet and make fun of it.
Like for real, let's keep it a stack. Jess fit the profile on what you would want to change with.
Yeah.
Angela Yee, not saying that she was ugly or nothing like that, but compared to Jess would fit a different vibe that you want to set.
Yeah.
Angela Yee was really on that reporter stuff, added on to what's already ignorant with Charlamagne and what your DJ is gonna hit you with. And that was their trifecta.
And she was a radio talk show host before this.
Way before them.
Yes.
She came with a different type of professionalism.
She knew how to do it.
That was true to radio.
Yeah, she was a radio talk show host before, she got with those guys.
Now you have Charlamagne that's a radio. He can be radio if he need to be.
Yeah.
You feel me? But he got different pockets and dimensions to him. So it's like Charlamagne gonna be a chameleon on whatever he want to do.
Yes.
Then you got your DJ there to help you with the hits, to help you what's coming on next, to bounce off of each and or. What Jess was bringing in was that celebrity Instagram type of influencer vibe that could maybe be your journalistic person too, since everything was going through the Instagram or from social media.
I'm gonna tell you what this reminds me of, bro, and this hit close to home for both of us. You remember Ricky Smiley?
Yeah.
Right. When Ebony Steele, our friend, was on there with him, a Radiohead.
Yeah, I see.
Right. Professional, knew her stuff. Right. And then they brought in who? The Brat. Had done no radio experience, had the social media following, right? It worked. And our friend Ebony Steele,
shout out Ebony,
friend of the show, good friend of mine, right? Ebony was out. Now there's stuff behind the scenes, but that's what they looked at for this, right?
If you didn't know no better,
that's what it would look like. It's a celebrity that comes in. Like I said, it fits. You know what I'm saying? It fits, right? I know this business, bro. Behind the scenes, I know this business. What happened was they brought somebody in that did that segment better than Jess had a chance to actually get it done. What hurt Jess was, bro, she wasn't in that she wasn't in there long enough to win the audience over before she got pregnant. I'm not knocking her for getting pregnant. No. But when you are just getting a brand new job and people are getting used to who you are, and you get pregnant, and somebody come in and do something that people were used to having before you got there.
And that's where I was going. That's where I'm going. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. It wasn't so much that they didn't get used to it alone. They brought in somebody that fit on what they used to do.
Yeah. Yes.
I am with you 100%. She does what Angela Yee used to do.
And just as good.
And young. And sexy.
And
Jesus.
just as good. And so,
yes, Lord.
If Jess had been in that role, bro, for maybe I said about a good 2 or 3 years, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, you probably would have forgot.
No, we would have want Jess with the mess. Damn that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But Jess wasn't there long enough to get that segment marinated for us and get it, matured enough for us to say, yeah, we were looking for Jess in the mess in the morning. Mm-hmm. What you were looking for was actually news. We was accepting Jess with the mess. But when you guys started getting the news again, right? From this young lady, right? You're like,
we've been missing information.
That part, bro. That part. Because see, when Angela Yee left, there were people who liked her and didn't like her. They was kind of happy. They was kind of happy for her to get off that show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when she got her own show, which she's holding her own very own Yee up in the air Yee, I think it's something like that called. But congratulations.
And I think she had an anniversary.
With, yeah. She's doing her thing, bro.
With Hot.
Yee is a bad girl. She's one of those girls that goes under the radar, and a lot of people don't know what that woman had to go through to continue to stay on that platform till her opportunity came. And luckily, there was a female lady that was a station manager or in control of the syndication that was able to give her that opportunity. Because right now in radio, there are not a lot of syndication, if at all, any syndication deals being given out to any fucking body.
She's syndicated and with the podcast.
Yes.
And both of which is doing pretty good.
And them avenues and doors have closed, bro. You got Dee in the morning out there. You got Yee. You got Angela Martinez, and maybe a couple other people that I'm missing. But it ain't a lot of women, bro, that's out there holding their own in the syndicated world.
You know what I give her some credence to?
What's that?
Outside of maybe shrinking or downsizing to where it's just catered to her now. She's part of that rollout run. So industry has to pay her.
Yeah.
For you to ship out, you making the Breakfast Club and the Angela Yee stop.
Yeah.
On the whole way you moving your press run through.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think too many folks. I think you see her around, but you don't really get what
she's doing.
Seeing her around mean.
Yeah.
Like she's around. Like you see her probably not as much as Breakfast Club, because Breakfast Club is probably number one right now. If you're going strictly off radio. Them in 97, but the big boys that's still out here doing it. The we was talking about it. The Steve Harvey shows or the
Sway in the morning.
What's
that Spanish guy?
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Light skinned with the good well cut beard.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, but him. Those guys, those cats been around because of hip hop, and but they made it throughout the years, right? But now when you look at where Jess is right now, she got a great position, and I know you want is because I want to go somewhere else. We're going to go with this here, right?
Yeah.
So what else we going to get with this?
So I do want to go into a little bit of her rant before I get on.
Okay.
To what they was talking about during the show.
Okay? Did she go on the Breakfast Club this morning?
She went on the Breakfast Club this morning.
So she did go in after she did this rant last night.
Yeah, she's now what I'm finna play for y'all is a little bit of the rant she went on from last night.
Okay.
I'm not finna go through all of it because it's long as hell. Yeah. But I am finna go at least about 3 tabs, and then we finna go into what she went into on the show.
Because I haven't heard none of that.
She started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look, that's her segment. Take me off that. Y'all give her that. Take me off that. She did. This is her segment now. This is no longer just with the mess. Got dark fats as a mother. Okay. I said, take me off that. This is not. This is no longer my segment. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's her segment. She's reading it. And she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. For y'all teammate. Just ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High.
Remember this. Remember that.
Before
It was
Mr.
ran
Clark,
like a high school.
like when he first got there. Y'all want to keep our cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every day, and they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. I don't have no reason to get on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these doing up here that I don't like. Okay, got it. It's her segment. We supposed to be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm like, not one mother ever with this online. Like, why should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that much crazy. Not as crazy. It's try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that 13 years. I'm telling you. I don't give a. Y'all already know.
Now, that was a little bit of her rant that she went on for at least about 2 hours straight. From there, let's go into her going to work.
I didn't think she was going to work, bro. I saw it. I got busy this morning because I had to do my own thing this morning. Make sure y'all go ahead and hey, I'm finna do a plug. Lock it in. Make sure y'all go to the Coffee Conversation. Hey, y'all go to our pages and watch Coffee Conversation with my good friend. Hey, y'all go in there and watch the show. It's a tight show.
We're working.
Yeah, we're working this morning. So I didn't get a chance. I saw this last night when I was doing some show prep, but I didn't get a chance to see anything that she did this morning because I'm like, she done said all this stuff about these folks. Is she going to work tomorrow? That was my thought.
That's my thought too.
That was my thought last night. So I'm thinking maybe they didn't put her on leave already. Something had happened, so she did go to work.
Like remove, not suspended, but you feel me?
Yeah. So she did. They did let her in the building this morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so what happened?
Oh yeah, they got to it.
Honestly, I have not seen none of this.
Oh, they got to it. Hold on. Let me.
Did y'all see this stuff? Cause I haven't seen this, y'all. This is I'm watching this in real time with y'all.
Boy, they got to it. Hold on. Let me get to it. Let me get to it.
Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. No, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back because we had a whole plan. Even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started reporting. I wasn't hired as the reporter. I was hired as Jess with the mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Who said that though? Because the internet said
what
that?
are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we? Ever since I'm gonna be a fourth voice, why she only got to be a fourth voice?
Well, correct me if I'm
my segment.
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought she was. I thought
she was on air. She was on air.
Let me ask a question.
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because
why you joke so much, man?
What you mean?
It's not a do-rag. It's a silk. But it's not.
This is the thing. You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, Why you ain't bring it to the team?
What?
When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It's not about wanting her in a room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all
have that
y'all
conversation
wanted
off
her.
air. If you had a problem, say
We had a
meeting
conversations
yesterday.
off air. What
Not
are we
like
talking
that.
about?
Not like nobody having my back, because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11
I'm
years.
not worried about it's not even about
You worried about comments. You worried about what people say after the comments,
perception
man.
and my reputation to be on this
They've been
show.
ishing on me for 15 years. They've been ishing on Charlamagne for 15
But
years.
that's on you.
Right,
And the
but
things that
I
people
don't
ish
care.
on me
It
for
doesn't-
is on
I
me.
don't. This is the.
She started doing it new. We supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, they beefing for real.
For real. Hold on.
Oh, they beefing for real.
Then they walked in and brought Miss Larissa in to do the same thing. Oh man, we're gonna get to it after this. We're gonna get to it right after this. But they did bring in Miss Larissa to do just the mess news.
Right.
Because this is East Side High, West Side, whatever high we gonna be, we here and we together, so we got to figure this out. And it's not, everything's not a joke. And I can understand some of where you was coming from, but bro, part of that live I thought was crazy. I'm like, what, Jess? Like,
What part did you think was crazy?
What part? Because like, it's not like you didn't hear anything in that live that I haven't said to you.
I heard a lot that you didn't say to me.
Okay, so what part did I not say to you?
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah,
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. The shut up. I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? Like, what's up?
Okay,
right?
But
I didn't.
None of that was said. You didn't say
and,
anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, be fighting for airtime, and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better? Because this
all the stories and things like that. You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen, I have said, hush, shut up. That you overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing it. If I already got the job, like what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's four voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying Envy don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying? When you overtalk. And it's like the only time you can quiet down is somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom won't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown.
And I understand you couldn't say that on air right then and there.
But
right after when you say you put me in office, you never put me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you.
Okay.
Ever. And I did or not. Our first conversation, I said, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm gonna handle it in a way where we can get through a conversation, because we grown. And regardless, you don't gotta love me, you don't gotta like me, but we here together. I'm here.
And listen,
about the story. That's not. Let's first and foremost, let's get that. It may be my delivery or whatever. But yeah, you are here. I ain't never say you shouldn't be here. I said from the whole jump, yeah, Shorty do the job. Great. She's amazing. That's why I want it to be her segment.
I think y'all can work very well together. And once again, you got to stop letting the internet pit y'all against each other. I know the internet has created a narrative, Lauren versus Jess versus Lauren.
But that's what it is.
It beyond it go, and that's what I'm trying to say is the internet is there. We see it. None of us can ignore it. I saw that Corey thing a week ago. It didn't say nothing about it.
Y'all clear up everything else. Nobody want to clear up that I'm not feeling that. Ever since I
Now, like I said, they went to it for majority of the show. Not gonna lie, and it was still some
I think
slop
it's real
shit going on, bro.
When we talked about this morning,
we talked about this morning. I'm not gonna lie.
the morning when we came to do the coffin conversation at Joe.
Yeah.
So because I hadn't saw this, I'm intrigued because I'm seeing this. I'm like, bro, they real mad at each other.
Yo,
they big mad. Well, she big mad.
But so Joe didn't see it early.
I didn't.
This is first. He's reacting in real time.
Yeah.
But his first question to me was, man, you think it's real? You think it's, you feel me? Or are they pushing it? And I was gonna say no. Nah, they ain't pushing it. I think she just don't know how to handle business, which I think could still hold true. And we gonna touch that. But I also thought it was being pushed too because I saw Breakfast Club post all this without skips. I saw Breakfast Club make videos for this moment with thumbnails and tags and everything. So, and I follow both. I follow both Just Hilarious, and I do follow Miss Lauren. Miss Lauren is tagged into the same post as Jess. It's like a collaborative effort on Instagram. Check their feeds. So I was gonna immediately say nah, because how Jess is handling it, I think that's one story in itself.
Yeah.
But how the network or the show is pushing it out, even alone, because I done saved a few of them. Even alone right now, I got at least 2 or 3 different versions of the same back and forth, where there was other bits where they was talking back and forth. Like I said, this was the majority of the show, and that lasted the whole vibe. This is my quick critique. Because I
don't think you should give your critique on this. Right.
Word?
I think you should give your critique after the show and then you go to your page and see it. I think you should do Cliff with the mess.
Stop it. Stop it. Yeah.
But
yeah.
no.
It don't even taste good.
No, but honestly, I think right now because of what you do, bro, and I'm gonna talk to you after this. You can go ahead and say it on here, but I really do think that you should give another take after the show.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
But bro, this is what you do. This is in your lane.
Man, I got you. Sure.
You see the new person I got sitting over at the table? You know they've been pushing it.
You got somebody else sitting at the table?
You know, I've been pushing it to get a new intern.
I mean, sure.
I may need to call HR babe in the house. What's up, baby? You know, it may, but no, here's the thing. All jokes aside. Mm-hmm. Usually in media, I told you the story about me when I was sitting on the show. Remember the story that I told you a long time ago?
Yeah.
Do you remember that story? When I told you that I was sitting in the show.
Because you told me something.
Okay, so when I was on this radio show, when I first got started in radio, they told me I could go in and promote my show on another show. Right? The popular morning show is called The Guys.
Uh-huh.
They told me I could go in at a certain time and promote the show. Well, the guy that was there in the morning saw me coming in, sitting in, and they're supposed to let me talk during the show, right? So I was there for the show for 2 hours.
Yeah.
He only came to me at the end of the show and said, by the way, we have somebody in studio.
Oh, buddy, that had you there the whole show, and they're gonna tell you when it's like 5 minutes left.
Yes.
Oh, this old buddy here that's been on the show.
Yes, and his show comes on tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. Y'all make sure y'all tune into his show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right? That's what I told you, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, in media, in radio and TV, anybody who's been in this, if you see a new person and the station sends them into that situation and they do the exact same thing you do, and you've been having problems with you think that you may be having some issues or your ratings are down, they finna put somebody new on your show or replace you. Right? So when I saw this, it gave me reminiscence of what I went through, because when I seen old buddy years later, right, he told me, I'm sorry. He said, but when I saw you there, I thought they put you in a replacement. They fired him, probably a little bit after that, but it had nothing to do with me. He was on his way out, and when he saw me coming in, right, he thought that I was going to be I was going to be one of the replacements for him or trying out for his spot. He thought that they was giving me a test run on that show for him, which they wasn't. I had no idea what the hell was going on with them. I didn't even know he was in trouble. His ratings were in trouble at that time. I had no idea. So just seeing this woman in and getting all the critiques and at the end of the day doing better than her, she looking at it like, damn, they finna get these folks my segment. Ain't nobody told me. Because she got a contract.
Yeah.
So she gonna get paid regardless. But if it's true what they're saying, nobody told her that we want her to do the news. Because she is right. When she first came back, Lauren was not on air.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't.
But
then just left again, then she came back in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was a back and forth thing.
But from what they were saying with the stuff, Lauren wasn't not there. She just wasn't on air.
Yeah.
Lauren been here doing what she do.
Yeah.
So, and that's the other part, because you was talking about when she got on board. We covered that story. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
She blew her load before they confirmed it.
She did.
When they was all on board.
Talking about Just Hilarious.
Yeah, with Just Hilarious, she already was saying she was on and got the job and yada, 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 before they even took the pictures to say, hey, she a part of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So when you handle stuff like that, I thought it was kind of like, okay, cool. She got really, really excited. So that happened. Then you see in the midst of what she clearly was upset about, how she handling old girl. And that wasn't just a few times she told her to be quiet and shut up.
And even in that segment when she was doing it, she still was over talking old girl.
She still was, and claiming that you never get the space.
Right.
So, and it's one thing, because I do agree. If you got a certain amount of time, and we've been on radio. If you got a certain amount of time, there's only so much you can get out on the airwaves.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be concise, a little bit direct, but have a way with it to where you're not boring. And both of them do that really well. But if you got both of them that do that really well, and you already got the two other dudes that's pretty much legacy on the mic, yeah, you're probably going to feel like you're fighting for airtime. But it is a way to fight for airtime.
But here's the problem, nephew. Only women do that shit.
Look, I was trying to find a real clever way to lie.
Bullshit. I've been in radio going on 12 years, bro. Men never fight over fucking airtime, dog. This is, bruh.
Look, I was trying to find a good way to make an excuse for it. I'm sorry, bro.
You have seen it over the years on radio. You've seen this shit.
Yo, you got to take your loss.
That was a situation we ain't gonna name the show. And what did I tell you?
Do not speak over it's not your show. It's not, you are there to add to it. You are not there to run it.
I went the fuck off on you. I said, bro, what the fuck you doing? You was on the microphone, you was talking, and they let you talk, and I listen like, and I'm saying to myself, shut the fuck up. You wasn't there. I wasn't in the room. I was in my car listening. You was talking, right? Because you were happy. You was in the room, right?
Look, I was excited.
I understand, but me and you had a serious conversation. And I said, bro, when you on somebody else's shit, acknowledge that and give them back the microphone.
But to Larissa's point, though, Larissa never did make a freaking it. She didn't have that mistake I did. No. She handled it exactly how you supposed to, even in the midst of getting told shut up and be quiet. Well, you could tweak out a bit.
Lauren did it correctly. Here's the problem. The station pent two women against each other.
You think so?
Yes. Because the communication, bro, when it comes to radio and station management and people in the room, there are certain people have certain conversations and certain people you don't have conversations with. You tell them certain things.
Now,
right?
From how it sounded, it was some back and forth. Like it was.
No one never, from what I'm listening to, no one never told Jess that they liked Lauren better because she had a contract and they didn't want to offend her because they knew how she was going to come up like she is now. So they still started trying to ease her in their own way, thinking that they was going to keep it at a norm. Shit blew the fuck off. Because here's a couple of things that I saw, not being behind the scenes. Jess hasn't always been there.
All alleged.
Right? No, I'm just saying, since she came back, she have not been there 100%.
No, she hasn't.
She's been in and out. And I thought because maybe she's with a baby, whatever. I never asked any questions. It ain't my business. But when you look at the Breakfast Club, since she came back, she have not been there permanently. And when you first get a job, bro, in a big contract, what's the first thing you should be doing, regardless of what happened in your life?
Work.
When you go back to now, I'm just saying, and I'm not saying this because when you pray, but when you come back on maternity leave, and like I said, I don't know Jess's situation. I don't know what deal she got with them. That's come I said nothing.
Well, she couldn't deny a few of the stuff that was being spread around, which is why I do feel like she felt like she was being attacked.
Yeah,
and I can understand it
exactly, Bridget.
She was taking shows even though she was on semi leave. And so, and in doing that, some folks, and that was the running joke, which I thought I didn't think it was so real. I'm guessing it was a lot more real to it than it was giving credit to. But the running joke was just out because she doing yada yada yada. She ain't working yada yada yada. I remember those jokes and I laughed. But how she played on it, I was like, okay. But then after a while, you did start to see that it got to her and how she was handling Larissa. I do call Cap though, because she want to frame it as if she felt like that about her at first, and then there was some clarification in the midst. You kept that energy with old girl. This wasn't that long ago where you handled her like that. Honestly, maybe last week. So when I hear this from her, while I can be sympathetic to where she's coming from, because if you came in with the idea that I'm hired for this and it's supposed to be yada, 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 but you get this type of energy or you're getting handled like it's kind of second rate or like it wasn't that important, and then somebody come in and do the thing that seemingly wasn't that important and now it's extra, extra important and they do it better, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to feel away. I don't like how she handled it because it's one thing to mention Angela Yee. Angela Yee stayed professional through the whole thing. Now, did she have her comebacks? Hell yeah, because everybody had their comebacks on the show. Envy to Charlemagne to Yee. That was their discourse. So you can understand when she did have that comeback or she snapped back out and like, hey, hold on now. I'm still Angela freaking Yee. So you got it from that point of view. It was never handled to where Angela Yee took to Instagram Live, to my remembrance. No. It was never that they spilled out in the studio. Yeah, it was never where it spilled out in on live air. You feel me? And shout out to the folks if you watch wrestling. Wrestling got turns where they call babyface to heel, or if they're talking the same talk throughout, kayfabe. Nobody was playing kayfabe. Kayfabe it's an act, but we're acting like it's real, even though everybody know we just acting. You feel me? Don't take it serious because this is just entertainment. That's what they'll be with the kayfabe. When it got real with Angela Yee, she really moved the fuck on. She went, all right, bet, but handle her business, did what she was obligated to, and when that contract was up, I was up and out of here.
But here's the thing I think with the difference between Angela and Jess. Jess would not be offered her own radio show like Yee was. She's not going to move too much further in radio, maybe after this contract is up.
I don't know if they sign her on something like this. They might make an excuse to avoid it.
Well, she got a contract, so she probably got a clause where she's gonna get paid so much, even if you know what I mean.
Yeah, if they got to cancel it, maybe
so
she's still
long as she don't do anything that breaks or go against their defamation clause in the contract, right? She's gonna be okay.
Yeah, but that's the other part. What if the contract, and you know about this? You told me. What if the contract was written up to where all right, now you can't go to no competitor, so she can't
do that.
Deal with nobody else
for
a certain amount of time.
Non-compete. She's definitely got non-compete
because they are competing with 97.
No, she can't. She would not be on another show.
And that's the other.
She would not if she leaves this Breakfast Club show, or even after her contract is up. She would have a non-compete. And so the non-compete can be from anywhere from 6 months to 3 to 5 years.
And that's where I'm disappointed in. That's what I'm disappointed.
Yeah, she can't because they would take her ass straight to court. Because she signed a non-compete. She cannot go to a competitor unless they let her out her non-compete. Now, what could happen is if they get her out of this contract, they could say, well, we're gonna let you out of this contract and we're going to tear up your non-compete. Then she can go somewhere else.
If it's like that.
Yeah.
If it's like that.
But iHeart, whoever she's working for, will have to tear up her non-compete because they would take her to court.
But yeah, bro, I was disappointed in that because I would hate for her to be unceremoniously dismissed, and now she can't come back, and now they're labeling you now. It's one thing to go off of internet vibes, and I think that was a little bit to her detriment, because I do remember the internet chatter. Hell, we was part of it, because for some reason you can't uplift somebody else without bringing somebody else down. And I do remember us talking about Miss Larissa and how she was handling stuff and how good she was.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think she let that crap get to her, and now you done spilled it out at work, and we looking at you melt.
Man, I'm telling you what, we didn't think this show was gonna go for 2 hours, but it has. You guys go out there and look up the Jess with the Mess, the Monique, and I'm gonna leave it here, nephew. Women in the media, right, need to find a way to work together because both of those women are talented. Monique is talented, right? But if you look at what's being said and done, I think when you're going out to social media to talk about it, it's not helping you, the women's movement, or us as Black people, spilling this stuff out into the internet sphere. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I may do a video later with more to say about this because it's a little bit more that I think me and if you want to touch on. So watch our page. We may put a video a little bit later. Y'all thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. It was a special edition of the Joe Lockett Show. Make sure you guys lock it in tomorrow to Reese and Monique, Joe, and nephew. We may be on the show. Well, we'll be somewhere on the show. But cocktails, I want to know what cocktail we're gonna make tomorrow. Monique cocktails.
You're lit.
Yes, Lord. You guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Thanks so much for chiming in with us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.